The students here at Shaolin High are all top of their game. It's a difficult school to get into. They don't let just everybody in. Taego, they had different layers. So students who parents just wanted them to come, or juvenile delinquents, that you had a wide range of students there. But this school is different in that everybody here is at the top of their class. They're absolutely amazing. The classes are much smaller. So when Dre got here, he started out in the competitions form class, and the coach felt like his basics weren't strong enough. So they went ahead and moved him down to the basics level class. Basics here is still very, very difficult to do.
His coach here is world-renowned. She's placed #1 in the world for, I think it was spear and I think also sword. And so she's an absolutely spear and long fist, and she's absolutely phenomenal.
别动，弯嘴，插嘴，这是掌，肩放松，对，握住，走，转，打开，这个臂要打开，插嘴，打开，对，再低一点，高了，再来插嘴，站，下去，起来。
He's still getting a lot of training, but it's not in full forms right now. It's just basic stance work, hours and hours of stance work, and hours of stretching. You know, most people consider Andre a very limber kid. Here, he's not even close to limber. So one of the things they're really pushing here is that he stretch out more often every single day. He puts more hours. So even on his off time, he's stretching for an extra hour or two a day, just trying to become more limber.
He has some problems with his flexibility that affect every joint in his entire body. We demand that every movement be performed correctly, but he is weak in this regard. When I help him to stretch his legs and shoulders, this will cause him a great amount of pain. And because of this, he is unable to make the correct movements. It is mostly a problem with himself. He didn't receive enough strict training that is needed from the schools he previously attended.
They have very low tolerance here for seeing that emotional side of kids. They seldom have outward displays of affection, especially in public. That's just not Chinese culture, whereas we're very emotional. Andre, whenever they actually grab him and stretch him, he'll scream out, but that's not the Chinese way. They don't scream out, they're just expected to take it. His coach is very put off by the fact that he would actually make any noise during training. He should be completely quiet, even if he's in pain. They expect kids to be in pain, but they don't expect kids to express that pain. One of his teachers, whenever I dropped him off every day and I would give him a hug and a kiss, she asked me one day, she's all like, "Why do you always hug and kiss your son?" And she was actually very perplexed by it. She was very surprised to see that. But I explained that all American parents, whenever they drop their kids off, they give them a hug and a kiss. That's what we do. So.
I was in his room waiting for him when he finished with his class on Saturday morning. He ran over to me and gave me a big, huge hug. It was very nice to see him. It's hard to be away from him, but it's always wonderful when I get to come see him.
After a while not seeing your mom, it's just, I like it. It's fun.
Monday, Tuesday, you're wearing them, huh? Wednesday? Okay. You need to do laundry tonight, okay? Okay. And I got to meet his teacher. He has a house mother, essentially a dorm room mother, because he has to live Monday through Friday and half of Saturday in the dorms at Shaolin High.
Most of my work involves taking care of their everyday lives while in the school. For example, I have to arrange everything so they can follow the school schedule or activities. And I am also needed to communicate between the children and the teachers, and I will help them with their homework. That's it, not really anything else.
He has a roommate at the school, and they get along very well. And they've been competing with each other for stretching to see who can stretch the furthest and do the best in class. So that's been good. And teach him his English from 3 o'clock every day.
To make spelling words. Oh, yeah.
My husband's been teaching him his mathematics, English, reading and writing, also helping with spelling and things like that to make sure that his grammar stays on track and his English studies stay on track.
Although I am his dormitory teacher in this school, when I have stopped teaching them something, they will often regard me as their older sister instead. So when the children feel sick or they feel uncomfortable, I am always the first person that they will turn to for help. And when they feel miserable or unhappy, they will also turn to me. So this makes me become very close to them. Sometimes when Andre eats in the canteen, I will see a difference in our cultures. Maybe the living habits are different between America and China, but sometimes I see him waste food. Once I was in the canteen and I said to him, "If you cannot eat all the food on your plate, then please do not take that much." He replied by saying, "My eyes tell me that I can eat this much, but then my stomach tells me no." I was completely speechless at this answer.